YouTube family, what's good? What's good? Yo, let's kick it. So I'm looking at this article, right? It says scientists are preparing to launch a wooden satellite. Okay, all right. Before I even say anything, I'm looking at this thing and I'm sitting over there just laughing my ass off. So it says, would you look at that? The article starts with, in what could be a sustainability breakthrough in the space economy, a team of scientists from Kyoto University and Japanese logging startup Sumitomo Forestry say they've demonstrated that wood might just be a durable in orbit material, right? It continues with this project has been in the works for a while now. The partnership was first announced back in 2020, and in March of last year, the team coupled with JAXA to send three types of woods to the international. Let's see. That looks like I lost my place a little bit. Did I lose it? Yeah. Three types of wood to the ISS to test each type of wood's off-world resilience. Oh, my Lord. Wood's ability to withstand simulated low Earth orbit or LEO conditions astounded us. Kojima. All right, whatever. The leader of the effort and the Kyoto University research said at this time, quote, we want to see if it can accurately estimate the effects of the harsh LEO environments in organic materials. Okay, and then, end quote. Once they made it to the ISS, the samples were placed in JAXA's Kibo module. Okay, all right. Stayed for roughly 10 months, and apparently it was a grand success. Okay. Oh my Lord, Lord have mercy. As a result, according to the press release, the scientists are hoping to launch their first full-blown wooden satellite into orbit next year. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, so as far as the winning type of wood goes, magnolia was found to be the most resilient. Okay, with the scientists confirming there to be no decomposition or deformations such as cracking, warping, peeling, or surface damage, and almost no change in weight in the return sample according to the release. Interesting. I find that quite interesting. That's a pretty remarkable feat considering the harsh temperatures and high levels of radiation. Harsh temperature. What do you mean harsh temperature? What about from extreme cold to extreme heat temperature? Trees, please, from a military application to high-speed internet. Society very much relies on satellites, but for now, much we rely on them. But for how much we rely on them, satellites pose a lot of real concern both to Earth's internal and external environments. Okay. Like most of other spacecrafts, when satellites die, they often return into very expensive trash. Dying satellites falling back to Earth, we've already seen what that looks like. They burn aluminum, rip a hole, and could ultimately rip a new hole in our atmosphere ozone. So now the ozone's a thing again, huh? Okay. All to say, transitioning to wooden satellites could be a best of both worlds solution to, fingers crossed that is next. Okay. Here are my thoughts, okay? I find it funny because, as I recall, we have layers of atmospheres that we have to go through, right? We have the troposphere, into the stratosphere, into the ionosphere or the mesosphere, which then turns into the thermosphere, which turns into the exosphere. So here in all these spheres that I was just talking about, right, one root word in one very particular sphere is the thermosphere. So there's such an appreciable temperature change from thermosphere to exosphere in excess of 4,500 degrees. What do we have that can withstand that temperature? And the distance is crazy too. We're talking between 75-ish to 375 miles, right? Once you go from the mesosphere into the exosphere. And Leo is in excess of 1,200 nautical miles from the surface of the Earth. Leo as in low Earth orbit. So where are they going to send this satellite? Where are they sending this wooden satellite? 45, I could tell you, I have a fireplace at my house, right? We don't have no 4,500 degree fire inside my brick fireplace. And I burn regular wood, right? So I don't care what kind of wood this is. What kind of wood is this? That is special wood? Yo, YouTube family, yo, educate me, but this sounds like just more bullshit that these guys are putting together. See, this is how you know that the fix is in, right? You know this is a trick. This is how you know. You got the Japanese Space Agency. You got the European Space Agency. You got NASA all working together. How do you launch a wooden probe into quote unquote space, right? And low Earth orbit? And they give specific definitions as to where these places are and how they function. So how does wood function in an environment like that? I like how they say harsh temperature instead of high temperature or extreme temperatures. And why don't you give those temperature numbers? You know why? Because people would see right through the bullshit. They'd ask questions and they'd be like, this shit don't add up. Why? Because it don't add up. More trickery, folks. More trickery. Anyway, YouTube, that's all I got. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. And with that, I'm out. Love you. Peace.